Come on, Kenya. What you say? I'm not going to have another man putting his hand in my face and carrying on. She'd have turned around and gave poor Sheree McGruff the crab dog. And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I'm going up on my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 9, Episode 2. And again, that Kenya and Sheree thing, I'll get to it. I ain't going to start off with it, but I'll get to it. Okay, so we left off last week with Portia entering the building at the housewarming. And Kenya, it was funny because it was real nice and nasty because she could have just took her out the front. She said, let me talk to you for a minute. But she took her out back and basically let her know, girl, you are not wanted and you are not welcome and you'll be needing to leave. And Portia's like, oh, okay. First of all, you should have never went because you weren't invited. And secondly, Phaedra acted all stupid like, oh, like y'all didn't know that Kenya will put you the fuck out because that's what Kenya does. Get the fuck out. But she just smooth put her out. And I said, I know, you can see it all in Portia's face. She was just embarrassed. She had to walk from the back in the house, through the house, and out the front door. See y'all? Well, all right, it's going to be an early night. No, ain't no early night, bitch. You just got here. See you, bitch. She put her right the fuck on out. And then, so I'm sure she's been put out of some better mansions by rich Africans. I said, okay, you better stop it. So she put her ass out. I just thought that was a mess. But it was a mess, not on Kenya's part. It was a mess on Phaedra's part. Phaedra, you're a messy bitch. And Portia, you're a dumb bitch because you shouldn't have followed her. I ain't going nowhere that I ain't been invited, especially to the bitch's house that I don't deal with. And I'm going to tell y'all a little story. Let me get on my soapbox right quick. This same shit happened to a friend of mine, okay? And the bitch tried to drag me into it. Now, we know good well we'll do this person. We'll do them. Well, I don't do the husband. She don't do the wife. But here, oh, come on, we're at this funeral. Come on, we're going to go on because that's our friend and we're going to go on up here. I said, that's a family member. I don't do him. You know, we don't even speak. Don't make no difference. There's nobody that passed away. We don't speak. It just is what it is. No. She goes right on up there and then they went on up to the house. I went on about my business. Didn't I hear? Soon as she got there, making a plate. I said, see, now that's what is real embarrassing. Making a plate. You stand there at the repast with a plate they gave you very much of. Get your purse, honey. Get your coat. No, put that plate down. See you, girl. Never will I put myself in a position for no motherfucker to be able to tell me no shit like that. No God. Because I run all this. I ain't going nowhere no motherfucker tell me to get out. That's some old embarrassing shit. And then put your plate down. Put that plate down. Get your purse and hit it. You don't let nobody take you nowhere where you know you not wanted. You know, no. And she was cool with the dude, but he told my wife said, "You sure want you up in here?" And it didn't make her no motherfucking difference who had done died. They ain't here, and you're not going to be. I said, child, I was so happy that I wasn't part of that shit, because I'd have been evil. I would have been evil, but I'd been mad at myself because you know better. You don't. If I see you and I don't speak to you, why am I coming into your house? Child, y'all better stay the fuck out of people's houses. Y'all ain't welcome in. That's foolishness. All right, I'm getting down off my soapbox, but I'm bam, and let's move on. But that's some funny shit, and I can't even say that I didn't laugh. I did laugh because it was just unnecessary, and you knew that they were some ignorant motherfuckers. So I don't even know why you put yourself in that position. But anyway, okay. So as they go out, Sheree ends up leaving out, and I was like, well, that looked real obvious that she was doing mess. But Sheree ran outside with Phaedra and Portia and ended up telling them she would drive them home or whatever. As they were out, they see Matt coming in. So Matt ended up coming in. Matt ended up making up with Kagan, so they're back together. We ain't spending a whole bunch of time on that. Next, we actually had, oh, child, this was the line of the night, honey. Do you, you guys low self-esteem? Child, that's the line of the night. Cynthia's sitting talking to Noelle. And Noelle asked Cynthia, she said, yeah, I mean, so this is over? You get the divorce and all that? Okay. All right. I've heard y'all arguing, and the arguments got really, really bad. I just thought that maybe you had low self-esteem. Because who keeps arguing with a person, the same person, over and over and over again? And Cynthia looked at Noelle all strange. No, don't look at her strange, bitch. She's on it. You look foolish. You've been looking foolish to us for years, fucking with Peter. And child, the baby brought it full circle, honey. You got low self-esteem or something? Out of the mouth of the child. Yeah. I said, okay. Whatever, honey. Let her have it. When the kids pick up that your shit's fucked up, it's time to let it go. Time to let it go. How embarrassing. Anyway, then we had Candy. Now, Candy is, she took, Ace got a bunch of followers. And that's, so now they're coming up with products to actually sell and make Ace a brand. That bitch knows she doesn't make a little dollar, honey. And they actually were having a meeting at the candy factory. And child, the whole meeting just turned into a read session, honey, led by Mama Joyce, honey. Mama Joyce got her a little glam squad. She looking good, but Mama Joyce was leading it, honey, and she was letting Phaedra have it. I mean, she let Phaedra's ass have it. Do you hear me? Says she should be in that cell right alongside of Apollo. Yeah, child, Joycey was going for the jugular, honey. I said, oh my. Then later on, they ended up, Todd and Candy took the old lady gang out to see the restaurant and where they were at, basically, with the restaurant. They kind of irritated me a little bit because they were concentrating on this money, about how much money they're going to make and this kind of thing. And then they were fussing about how long it was taking. Excuse me, did the aunts invest any money? So what the fuck does it matter? If it takes until next lifetime, what the fuck does it matter? Because you haven't invested any money. So all you have is time to sit around and wait, right? Child, I'm telling you, love them dearly, but Candy is nothing but a cash cow to that family, child. But anyway, anyhow, and that's all they focused on was what kind of money they was gonna make. I said, anyway, not my business. Moving on. Um, Phaedra and Kenya had a sit down, and Phaedra invited Kenya to an outing that Portia was planning. And tell her, you need to learn about Portia, give her a chance because she's in anger management and stuff. I don't have to give Portia anything. When that bitch yanked my motherfucking brains out a little while back, honey, and made me fall all on the ground with my good dress on, I don't owe that bitch anything. I'm going to try to stay as far away from that bitch as possible before she get me again. So they need to stop that. I don't understand that force of, like, everybody got to get along. That's some old bullshit. But anyway, she said that she would come. Portia actually met up with Sheree, and they talked about how she was throwing the function. So they ended up having a function. It was one of those escape room things, and they all came, and uh, it was interesting. Neither one of them dumb hoes could get out of the room. So you had 6 dumb whores that couldn't get out of 2 rooms. I was like, whatever. And it didn't really fix anything. It just was what it was. They all were there and nothing happened. Here, till the very end, they get ready to leave. Kenya done heard from Lena, which is a friend of Candy's, that Sheree had been talking stuff about her and her house and stuff. So Kenya approached um, Kenya approached Sheree about it at the end, and everybody else had left, and they got to going back and forth and arguing and carrying on, and it was just a mess. It was a hot mess. I mean, they went back and forth, and Kenya kept calling it Chateau Thelma and told her, girl, at least my house is in my name, and yours is in your mama's name, and this, that, thing, the other. You trying to hide out from the IRS. Oh, they went there. They went there. They talked about what her house had versus what it didn't have, and this, that, the other. And I thought Kenya was being pretty petty because she was playing a victim. Why would you go talk about me like that? This, that, bitch, this is what y'all been doing. This is what y'all have been doing. What are you talking about? It's been a shade fest from the door. Like, Kenya, go sit down. She's another one. Kenya can dish it, but she can't take it. You know, and she's literally playing a victim. And I just didn't get it. But they went into that whole thing, and you know how animated Sheree is. And Sheree was giving her this because Kenya had called her a bitch. And she's like, a bitch? You know, they going back and forth. And, you know, Kenya did all that. She called Sheree a bitch first. Then she called Sheree a hoe. And Sheree was like, oh, no, wait a minute. And, you know, she had her finger going. And Kenya was like, get your fingers, don't put your finger in my face. She gonna say, what you gonna do? What you gonna do, babe? What you gonna do, bitch? I said, uh-huh. But it was all, I just thought it was real petty. And y'all both wrong. I mean, y'all both, this is what y'all do. This is what y'all relationship is built on. Y'all read each other. Big deal. Kenya, what's the problem? You were embarrassed. You should have been. You should have been embarrassed to open your door and let people in your house, and it wasn't done. And that was ridiculous. They ended up, Kenya went to walking away and going to twirl. I said, what was that dumbass twirl? Charles Sheree said, you need to twirl up on some baseboards, bitch. I said, oh my God. It was a mess. And when that damn Kenya in her confession was going to say, child, let me get on up out of here before Popeye pops off, honey. I said, oh, a damn mess. But yeah, I thought Kenya was just being ridiculous and playing the victim. Very much so playing the victim. Just a mess. What else happened? Cynthia did meet with Peter, and Peter contacted the lawyer family and agreed to sign off on the divorce. But you could tell people have always said that Peter was a bitch and this kind of thing, and I always was kind of like, leave Peter alone. No, I'm looking at you, Peter, and it looks to me like Peter ain't done. I think Peter's going to take Cynthia on a ride. He knows how to push her buttons and make her feel bad. He's going to drag Cynthia. He ain't just going to be done with this and sign and let it go. I'll be very surprised, and I'm going to be sitting here watching. And Matt ain't done with Kenya either. Matt ain't coming. It ain't gonna be all peaches and cream, honey. There's gonna be some cottage cheese in the place. But anyway, I'll be here watching, and I'll meet y'all here next week. All right, guys. Later.